John Fury's a big bully, and big bullies need putting into place. And if I'm the man that has to do it, I will do it. I don't want to beat an old man up. I don't want to start on a 60-year-old man. But when I look back, when I beat George Groves up in front of 80,000 fans at Wembley Stadium, rendering him unconscious, he was 11 years younger than me.
Big John! Go on, Dad! Go on, Dad! Go on, son! Give it to him, Dad! Show it his boss! Come on! Come on, Johnny!
Carl Froch tears into John Fury's training footage ahead of their fight, mocking the old-school routines and making light of Fury's age. Froch blends confidence with humor, showing he's ready to handle the challenge, while subtly highlighting the gap between his prime and John Fury's advancing years in a cheeky, fan-like way.
I'm only 10 years younger than Big John Fury. I know he doesn't look well, does he? He looks a bit older. I don't want to give him any stick, but he's 10 years older than me, 60-year-old man. I'm pressing on for 50. So, is it a fair fight? I think we both know it isn't, but he's called it on at Tottenham Hotspurs.
Eddie Hearn weighs in on the Carl Froch versus John Fury confrontation, calling John a big old lump but making it clear that if they get close, Froch will swing. Hearn paints the picture of a chaotic but thrilling showdown, highlighting the danger Fury brings while backing Froch's skill and readiness in the ring.
I would never back against Carl Froch on the cobbles. Ever. But John Fury's a big old lump. There'll be some illegal moves in there. Do you know what I mean? But if they ever get close, Carl will be swinging. Do you know what I mean?
John Fury shows off his unorthodox hardcore training for the Carl Froch fight, pushing limits with bare-knuckle work and survival-style discipline. He emphasizes raw determination and self-reliance, claiming that true grit and willpower are all you need to prepare for a fight, making the showdown one to watch closely.
Another running video this morning, but not just a running video. I'm going to be the first man to fight a 3-time Hall of Famer. We're just doing it myself. John Fury style. Running, bare knuckle, heavy bag, eating, living in the woods, chopping trees, eating the filth of the earth. I'm doing it gypsy style. I'm going to prove to everybody out there, where there's a will, there's a... Keep it straight, Dad. Keep it fucking straight. Keep it straight, mate. Go on, Dad. Pull. Straight. Pull in.
Carl Froch's jabs at the Furies have stirred the pot, and John Fury isn't holding back. With tension simmering, a fight on the cobs seems inevitable. Both men thrive on confrontation, and this clash promises raw energy, unpredictable chaos, and a spectacle where neither will back down.
Carl having a go at the Furies, probably over his time on his channel, maybe, I'm guessing, and John didn't like that and wants to have a fight with him, something like that.
It was something like that. I don't think he was still necessarily turning down a fight.
What I do know is that John Fury and Carl Froch on the cobbles will be fun. I think they both have a good fun.
John Fury goes full savage, claiming old-school dominance and mocking anyone doubting his fight instincts. His rant is pure intimidation, throwing shade at the modern generation and warning Carl Froch that online talk won't save him in the ring.
Outside, I'm an animal. I'm telling you now, people who know me, or the past, they're all dead who know me. Who could say he can fight? Outside, he's an animal. They're all dead and gone. I'm from old school. I'm from the 70s, 80s and 90s, when men was men. We didn't talk down YouTube. When men made videos, we fought. And you see that, the pussies, man. Pussies. You think some 12-stone man can beat me a 5 round for that window like an aeroplane? Like a...
Carl Froch fires back with ruthless confidence, labeling John Fury a bully and claiming he'd dominate if confronted directly. Froch's words drip with disdain, turning this feud into a war of ego and showmanship that only adds fuel to their controversial showdown.
That's enough about Big John Fury, a fighting man who don't want to fight, really. That's enough about him. Big fucking bully, that's what he is. And it will come on top for him. He'll say the wrong thing or he'll approach the wrong person. If he came up that platform today, I'd have absolutely volleyed him back down the steps. Mark my words, I'd have volleyed him straight down them f***ing steps. Anyway, I'm not going to go on about it anymore. You can see I'm a little bit annoyed by the cheek of him. But all he's doing is attention seeking, and he's getting more attention now.
Johnny Nelson hypes up the looming fight, predicting Froch will leave John Fury reeling. The controversy is tangible, with both men feeding off hype, stirring public debate, and ensuring that this encounter won't be just a fight, but a full-blown spectacle of tension and rivalry.
Carl Froch.
You want to watch Froch on fight, because I'm quite sure Carl's going to rip the life out of John after today. I think John did a job. John did a job and got the excitement going, got people talking. That's exactly what he did.
John, I know you've done.
Shane Fury explains the clash between digital talk and real-life confrontation. His father John's old-school mentality clashes with modern trash talk, highlighting why this Carl Froch versus John Fury saga is as controversial as it is unpredictable, with tempers and reputations hanging in the balance.
To be like, you can talk about someone online and do videos, but not expect someone to say anything when you see someone. So I don't know. Listen, my dad's got his ways and his points, and 90% of the time he's half right, but listen.
The tension between John Fury and Carl Froch escalates as Liam Goff explains their past confrontations and talks of an exhibition fight. Froch's provocations and John's demands for proper compensation make this feud both controversial and highly charged. The charity angle adds a twist, showing Froch's confidence and strategic mind, turning a heated rivalry into a public spectacle everyone is watching closely.
John Fury was doing that and goading Carl Froch, and I know John Fury doesn't like Carl Froch. Carl Froch mentions him, although I haven't really watched much of Carl Froch's videos lately. But Carl Froch I know has mentioned John Fury in the past. He's had a go with John Fury. They actually talked about having an actual, was it an exhibition or a boxing type match? And John Fury, any man, any time, was saying words to the effect of, "Oh, I'll fight you, Carl Froch, but the money has to be right." And Carl Froch basically said, "Alright, well, if we arrange payment, it can go to charity."
Dave Allen adds an outsider perspective, acknowledging John Fury's controversial behavior while maintaining loyalty to him. His comments highlight the fine line between respect and criticism in this feud, illustrating how John's fiery personality provokes reactions and fuels public interest. The controversy deepens as loyalties clash and fans debate who really comes out on top.
I'm not saying that I condone that behaviour, because I don't. You can't, it's impossible to. But John is my mate, I've got respect for him, I respect the family, we're cool. So you're never going to hear me say a bad word about it, but at the same time, obviously, no, it's probably not the Steve Bunce thing. I thought, bloody hell, didn't like it really.
Tyson Fury praises the fire and hunger shown in this rivalry, emphasizing how ambition and dedication drive both Carl Froch and John Fury. The intensity isn't just for show, it's a lesson in persistence and competitive spirit. This insight adds another layer to the feud, showing respect for hard work even amid personal clashes.
To be around people, just to show them what hunger is and desire is, and when you're at the top, to show them to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. Hopefully they learn, it rubs off on them. Yeah.
Spencer Oliver weighs in on the heated rivalry, calling it unpredictable and dangerous. Both Carl Froch and John Fury bring unique strengths to the confrontation, with age, skill, and reputation all in play. The feud's intensity is amplified by past interactions with other boxing legends, making this clash a captivating story for fans and adding layers of drama to the spectacle.
John Fury, Carl Froch, who wins that one?
Difficult one to call, that. Really? You got to go with the Cobra. You got to go with the Cobra, mate.
Really?
The Cobra's dangerous. He's still in shape. 48 years of age.
John's standing over there behind you.
You got to go with John Fury. Yeah, no, it kicked off a little bit. But it wasn't only Carl Froch that he went into either, did he? He actually went into Lennox Lewis as well. He started steaming into Lennox Lewis a little bit, and I go, whoa, who wins that one?
Spencer Brown sheds light on the volatile energy between Carl Froch and John Fury. Froch has a knack for provoking even the most composed figures, and while John Fury is known to pick his battles carefully, Froch's charisma and fearless approach make him a natural agitator. The drama intensifies because this feud isn't just about words, it's about legacy, ego, and proving dominance. Froch's ability to wind people up turns every confrontation into must-watch content, keeping audiences glued, while John's measured reactions show that he knows how to handle chaos yet isn't immune to it. This behind-the-scenes glimpse reinforces why their clash has become a hot topic, blending entertainment, controversy, and pure boxing passion into one explosive story.
Hearing about a little altercation with him and Carl Froch. Was you privy to any of that?
I wasn't privy. You know what Carl's like. He winds everybody up, doesn't he, Carl? You can't help but love the fella, but he winds everybody up.
I don't think John's the easiest, the hardest person to wind up either, is he?
No, he picks his fights, doesn't he? He knows who to wind up, Carl.
But he's a good interviewer and he's a legend in the sport.
Gareth Davies highlights the raw intensity behind John Fury's personality and how it translates to the ongoing feud with Carl Froch. John's fierce protective instincts over his family spill into public confrontations, and any provocation, whether from Froch or others, is met with immediate fire. Froch thrives on this, poking the bear and forcing John into emotionally charged moments. Davies emphasizes the unpredictability of these exchanges, showing that while John is measured, he is also extremely passionate, and that volatility is what makes this saga compelling. The mixture of personal pride, competitive spirit, and public spectacle turns their feud into an electrifying narrative that's both controversial and irresistible for fans following every development.
What John does, he's very, very, very passionate around his sons when they're fighting, and it gets something out of him. I spoke to him, right, literally face to face, and I said, well, you know, what is upset? He said, I don't want people calling me out because I'll take any man on.
Yeah.
You know the comments.
Yeah.
My guy.
Ade Oladipo captures the chaotic energy of the press conference, highlighting John Fury's immediate reaction to Carl Froch's provocations. It's clear that Froch knows how to push buttons, and John's instinctive response creates a volatile spectacle. The tension is not just physical, but psychological, and it's this unpredictability that keeps fans glued to every clip. What makes this feud so captivating is the blend of real emotion and calculated provocation, where Froch's verbal jabs and John's explosive reactions feed off each other. The press conference becomes more than a media event. It's a battlefield of pride and reputation, and every gesture and word is magnified by the controversy surrounding these two larger-than-life personalities.
I mean, John Fury looked like he was trying to fight Carl Froch. Obviously, Carl has said a few things about John Fury over the last few months, and John Fury, being John Fury, went straight for him. I'm not quite sure what he was going to do if he got to him, but I guess that was the entertainment from the press conference.
The Southpaw stance sums up the escalating madness between John Fury and Carl Froch, emphasizing how Froch's relentless verbal assaults fueled John's unpredictable reactions. Fury's history of confrontations, combined with Froch's provocative style, turns every encounter into a spectacle teetering on chaos. Fans are drawn to this combustible mix, where words ignite action and reputations are tested publicly. It's a narrative of tension, bravado, and raw emotion, making each new confrontation feel like a pivotal moment in their ongoing saga. Froch's fearless provocations and Fury's explosive temperament ensure that controversy and drama remain at the center of this story, making it a must-watch for boxing enthusiasts.
This guy is just crazy upon crazy upon crazy, but we already knew that. He's now chasing after Carl Froch. Obviously, Carl Froch has had lots of things over the years to say about John Fury, basically all negative things. But I don't know what John Fury was expecting to get out of that confrontation. We've seen John Fury try and go after everybody anyway, whether it's at Misfits boxing, whether it's at high-level boxing.
The debate surrounding the potential exhibition fight continues to divide boxing fans worldwide. Many believe the matchup is more about entertainment and commercial promotion than athletic competition. Critics argue that legendary fighters should protect their historical legacy instead of participating in late-career spectacles. Supporters, however, think such events help keep boxing relevant for modern audiences and generate massive global interest. The sparring controversy and mock reactions have only intensified social media discussion about the possible fight. Whether this clash ever happens remains uncertain, but the hype keeps growing every day. Now tell us your opinion. Are you backing Mike Tyson's power legacy, or do you think Floyd Mayweather's defensive genius would dominate? Drop your thoughts below.